What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to this Friday edition of Weather Talk. My name is Joe Farrell. I've got a little educational spiel for you guys today on lake and sea effect snow. Really excited to get into this one. Got a forecast at the end of the video as well. If you guys want to see that, go ahead and skip to it, no problem. But let's get right into this here. So lake and sea effect snow. You know, a lot of you guys might not experience this all that often and might not even experience it at all. And, you know, I think a lot of times when you see it on the news, it just can drop your jaw sometimes, especially with this, 5, 6 feet of snow. I mean, who sees that? Who sees that other than like Buffalo last year, where certain places around the Buffalo area saw 5, 6 feet of snow? I mean, and it just leaves me just in awe, and it's so cool. And I just love learning about this kind of thing. So I'd love to pass a little information on to you guys. And so let's get right into this here. So, and a lot of times in November, the Great Lakes like Lake Ontario or in Lake Erie, what will happen is they'll be at like a temperature like 38, 39, 40, up to 43 degrees, the water temperature will be. And that's obviously that's not that close to freezing. So what happens is a cold air mass can come down from Canada, move over these warmer bodies of water. And what happens is, moves over it, and this warm water, the air temperature, it cools the air temperature to freezing. It cools the upper level air temperatures to be at freezing or below freezing. And then this warm water from the lake, it just uses that. It uses that as fuel. It just sucks that warm water up into this cold air mass. And as this stuff rises, there's a lot of moisture, there's a lot of energy for this to work with. As it rises, it cools. It condenses, creates these clouds, creates precip, and it creates these really heavy snow bands that can be, sometimes very isolated. Sometimes they'll be, just 2 to 3 miles wide, and that's all the wider sometimes that they'll be, and it'll drop over a foot of snow in this 2 to 3 mile radius, and then on either side of that, it'll be like 4 or 5 inches. Like, it's just this crazy like variation. And sometimes that's all it really takes. And, it's crazy. And I want to show you guys a picture here. This was taken last year during that, 5, 6 feet of lake effect snow that upstate New York was getting. And, this is just, it's not even flurrying outside of that wall of snow. And this guy's taking it out of an office window, it looks like anyway, and it's just a wall of snow. You see walls of rain in the summertime, and those always leave me just, like, whoa, like mind blown. That's so cool. And, it's a wall of snow. You don't see that. Like, in the Midwest, we see, we get blizzards, snowstorms, but we don't get anything like that. And, I mean, that just leaves a blanket. And it leaves, sometimes, with this guy, it leaves it like this guy. And the snow's taller than he is on both sides of him. That's 5, 6 feet. Like, that is just absolutely unreal. And it happens over in Europe too, in Italy and Turkey. And in Italy with the Adriatic Sea, and it's the same sort of concept. Cool air mass and seawater, it doesn't cool as quickly. So you can imagine how much, like, it's a kind of the same concept as hurricanes. They use the ocean as fuel. Well, the sea effect snow systems use the sea as fuel. And with the sea temperatures, being warmer than usual, upstate New York, freshwater temperatures, you can imagine that, these events over in Europe are pretty extreme as well. I know Turkey a couple weeks ago was getting snowfall amounts of like 5.5, 6 feet. And just the pictures, this is one of them right here, just absolutely ridiculous how much snow is there. And it's just so awesome. And so, it just leaves me just in awe. And it's so cool that weather is this powerful and this strong and can do this sort of thing. And so let's, now that I've talked about it a little bit, let's do a little quick recap. You got warmer water temperatures, and you have a cold air mass move over this body of water. And what it does is it cools the air, surface level and upper level, and it uses that warmer water as fuel to suck it up, just take it into the atmosphere. It cools, it condenses, and it creates these bands, heavy bands, and like walls like that of snow. And it takes pretty specific atmospheric conditions for this to happen. And so when they do, they don't get this for very long, like this heavy of events. It'll be for a week or so, or 2 weeks sometimes, but just crazy. So hope you guys learned a little something from that. If you have any more questions, just leave them in the comments section. Feel free. And so yeah, now we can get right into this forecast here. So hope you guys enjoy. Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed that educational video today on lake and sea effect snow. And now that this system has moved out after bringing 1 to 3 inches of snow across the state of Iowa, with those higher amounts being in northern Iowa, which I had predicted another low developing and bringing more snow to southern Iowa. That didn't end up happening. I missed that one. My mistake. I thought forecasting that would be okay. I was feeling good about it, but it just didn't pan out that way. But now that system has moved out, it's going to be bringing in brutally cold temperatures and for Sunday. And I'm going to bring those up right now, and you see northern Iowa, 0, -1, -2, and then up into -6 and -7 in places in central Minnesota. I mean, those are brutally cold temps, and that's what they're going to get. That's like, almost all the higher that they're going to get to on Sunday, which is just crazy, and it's below average. We haven't seen that kind of cold yet this winter, and with this El Nino winter going on, who knows how many more times that these are going to come around. And so that's at around noon on Sunday, and that's just what they're going to be like on Sunday. And temps will warm up into the 20s into next week and get back to more normalized temperatures. But on Sunday, if you plan on going outside at all, plan to look like this guy right here. And this was actually a fan at the Packers-Vikings game last Sunday, and just this hilarious frozen tundra costume for Lambeau Field. And I thought that was great, and just the perfect image to go along with these extremely cold temps hitting Minnesota and Iowa on Sunday. So hope you guys really enjoyed that. I'll be back in Iowa on Monday to do my show. And hope you enjoyed that video on lake and sea effect snow. Got any comments or suggestions or questions for me? Feel free to hit up the comment section below. And so yeah, I will see you guys on Monday to do another show.
It's my house.